Hey guys, welcome to Passiontainment. I'm with a very special guest today. I got this guest all the way from India. It's none other than Mr. Madhava Reddy. And this is the guy who is contributing significantly on different social aspects in India. So he is the founder of Zero Budget Politics, and he's immensely contributing about bringing the awareness around the cyber fraud, cyber crimes. And he's also a teacher in teaching a life lesson about the swimming, and for all his contributions, he won, and he was credited with several national and international level awards and rewards across the globe. So today we get to sit with Mr. Madhav Reddy, and we're going to talk about what his journey was, where he started, and what it took for him to get to where he is today. So we're going to deep dive into all his story. Stay tuned, buckle up, and have your pen and notepads ready and take lots of notes. So with that, Mr. Madhav Reddy, it's an honor and privilege for us to have you on our show. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Srini. Thanks for giving time for me to express my views on this subject.
So, Madhav, when it comes to you are the person who is the founder of Zero Budget Politics and doing a lot of social awareness and helping a lot of people around. So, before you get to this point where you are, I want you to take us all the way back to where it all started. How was your childhood like, and how was your upbringing like, and where did you born? Can you take us all the way back to where the ball got started rolling for you?
Thank you, surely. Uh, I was born and brought from small village called Vasapuram, Telanur Mandalam, Anantapur district. South India, it is in Andhra Pradesh, actually. So, in 1972, I was born to a small family, a very remote village. There was no education in my village, even hardly electricity was also not there. So, at the age of 3 years, I suffered from polio. That was the first setback I faced, actually, in my life. But not so severely, but I could able to sustain, walk, and do the things my own. But initially, I was facing a lot of problems. For every 100 meters, I was falling down. So somehow, I think at the age of 10 years, I was operated by American doctors, if I'm correct, at Puttaparthi. Later, a little bit, I was good actually. Okay, later onwards, I was able to walk properly without difficulty, I can say. Uh, so my schooling was at my native place, Vasapuram, and my parents, Srimati Subhadrama and Sri Srinivasa Reddy, and they were great personalities for me actually. So because of them, I am here. Uh, Unfortunately, they are nowhere now. So a couple of years back, they passed away, and I had three siblings actually, all our sisters. So I was the first graduate from my village, so I had huge responsibility to bring up all my next generation, like nephews, my including my family members. Okay. Later, I shifted to my schooling to Yadiki. It is again the same area. Sixth and seventh, I studied there, and there I met with a great sir called Vasudeva Rao sir. He meant me like anything. And before that one, my initial teachers was Venkatrangaya sir and Ram. They also put a lot of efforts for me to bringing this level. My foundations were very strong. And then the seventh class actually. Okay, in India we say seventh class. I got admission into one boarding school, residential school in Andhra Pradesh. It is called AP Residential School, Kodinhalli. To say how it is in 1972 it was started. Till now there were no failures in that school. Actually, that was a kind of school. To say greatness about my school, present DGP is from our school. About become Chief Secretary of Telangana is from my school. There are many people who are in the US, especially in Dallas. Many people are there in my from my school. I think you may be knowing Anand Musnoor, Anand Dasari, these guys from Dallas, I think. So the and present engineering chief Andhra Pradesh, Naimullah from my school. I want to say the greatness of my school actually. I did schooling there, and incidentally 4,000 people till now passed out. I am fortunate most of the people are recognizing because of my efforts on these specific fields. So I am glad. But unfortunately, I don't know exactly what to say here. I joined intermediate at Tharbati due to lack of guidance or what are the reasons. I was good at school and literally I failed in three subjects actually. Nobody believe if I say I failed in three subjects. I mean to say failure should not be stop, should not stop you actually for that matter. So I realized somebody like you who were elder me at that time actually, okay, by age at that time. So they advised me to write diploma examination. So I cleared examination with the flying marks, ranks, and I did the diploma from Sri Salem residential. Again, that was a residential, and I was stopped there, and then I got admission to NIT Warangal actually. So my graduation is from was from NIT Warangal. I passed out 1996. This is the my education background, and literally I have a lot of accounts right from physical health from polio to in between I lost subjects,
Mhm.
and then I got into Premier Institute, one of the Premier Institute in India, NIT Warangal.
Right.
So this is all my basic life.
Amazing, amazing. So, when I'm looking at your childhood and your education, so you're not born with a silver spoon or anything, right? So you born to a humble.
I saw bus at the age of 10 years actually. You can imagine what was my village background I brought up actually.
Amazing. So, just to go back a little bit about your school days, how was your upbringing when you are a childhood? When you are, especially when you are a kid and when you are having this polio at the age of 10. So, how was your upbringing and what was your family environment? Is anybody from your
So
the political background or anything, Madhav?
nothing, nothing. We are very humble background. We have hardly 5 acres land, and my father was agriculturist, and he was doing little bit business, this and that, something which our come across. And I was telling I suffer from polio. It cost my elder sister's education also. So they were dropped to take care of me. So okay, actually up to fifth class I studied there. So first sixth class I need to travel at least 6 7 kilometers. It was not possible. Even I could not able to ride the cycle. So I was forced to stick to Yadki JPHS school. So actually, all my education is from government institutions,
Mhm.
including my MBA. So no need to tell I am from private sector or something. So private institutions. So there 2 years. That was the first time I went to small town. Actually, I was a little bit scary. But anyhow, you see, while we are going, we may meet a good number of people. You might also come from small background, and now you are in yes. So journey will decide the destination. So like that, there in Yadiki actually, I told earlier was there was actually. So
Mhm.
he taught like anything, and because of him, I got a lot of strength, mathematics and other subjects, and he was teaching like anything. So there was a written test for my school, 8th, 9th, 10th application. So I have given examination. I got selected actually. So there, that was a good school. We have a lot of sports, a lot of activities. Like we have clubs also. Even you can't imagine even today clubs in the engineering college. We have clubs, science clubs, Telugu club, social club. Social club we used to talk about what are the things are going around the world actually. Even today, if you ask me the World War One, World War Two, American Revolution, French Revolution, England Glorious Revolution, Italy unification, Russia Revolution, or Germany unification, whatever it may be. All the things were fought like anything by our Satyanarayana sir. And even today, is every day is sending good messages to me on social media. I'm well connected to my all my school friends, teachers who are there, and so school days were very nice actually. But unfortunately, there was a no 10+2. Had we had 10+2 there, probably would not have failed in intermediate. So we were in certain kind of environment. All of a sudden, we were forced to free outside. So we were seeing all these screens, whatever maybe. Time has taken its own way, and we faced it also.
So
So
yeah,
it's
every
like
act has a consequence, right? So if you do right, then you will have positive consequences. Otherwise, you will have to face the downside consequences. So that's great.
true, true.
So when did you get the interest around this politics, and what made you to think about zero budget politics, and how did you come up? I mean, during your school days or college days, were you did you display some leadership qualities like running for the school elections or college level elections or something like that? How did you get into this politics?
Yeah, good question. Just let me brief. In school days, I was small kid and suffered from polio. So obviously, physical ability is more important, at least in school days, to become leader. So, but there were no kinds of politics or elections in school days. So one guy who is, good at school subjects and physically they were chosen as a leaders in the SPL, we call as SPL, school people leader. And my school is such a way that, everybody is intelligent. So we were in 24th or 25th position. So, and coming to intermediate, hardly I spent any days in that. And coming to diploma, I was representing a couple of committees, mess committees, this and that, but there was no politics, there was no student elections. So coming to NIT Warangal, instantly I joined in NIT Warangal in 1992 after Rajiv Gandhi assassination. So till up to that time there was a big, lot of problems in the campus with the Naxalism, this and that. But in 1991, when Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, all those groups are banned, and after that we entered. So there were no elections again. So, but I was representing for a couple of, we have clubs. I was training in school clubs. Like in engineering, also we have electrical engineering clubs. So we were discussing technical aspects. We were discussing general aspects. So in that way, I was okay, I was a little bit active compared to other my classmates. So by using technology, at that time I was chatting also, not chatting with outside world. We were sitting two people across the computers and we were chatting with DOS prompts, hi, hello, like that. So there was no net actually, but intranet I can say. So I was the person to curious to learn. But before going to back again, so seats were put at my village level, at my family level. So as I was studying, and so whenever I go back to my village, so people were curious to ask, because they don't know, they did not know, where is the Warangal and how far it is from my village, Hyderabad, this and that. So they were asking a lot of cultural things, how the people living there and what are the food and everything. So and meanwhile, in the next generation, the people are who are in my village, wanted to get admission to colleges, schools. They were getting guidance. So I can say the seed was there actually. So I attended a couple of counseling meetings, like MSET admissions or ESET admissions, whatever it may be, for my sleep admissions for my village guys on their request, and I was continuously getting even today also for that matter. Actually. So again, as hailing from Rayalaseema, I can say from community side, whatever it may be. So I was curious to know ongoing the things about politics. Okay, maybe by reading paper, by watching. At that time, just television was started 90 days. So we were watching news on that. Uh, so we were curiously observing actually. So I was not aware of how the politics was and everything. So I got a job in ACC. I got selected in the campus itself, and I worked there in Mumbai for 4 years. And later I shifted to Chennai, then Hyderabad. We started company, met the class, and unknowingly I landed in BSNL. Just I have given examination after 6 years. Okay, in 2006, actually, literally that changed my idea. So earlier, when I was going to school, oh, what is that? When I was going to my village, so I used to spend a lot of time with playing cards actually. So
Mhm.
that was the village game, I can say. We don't bet much, but okay, a little bit, 10, 20 rupees, 50 rupees, hardly 100 rupees. We were some syndicate kind of from me, whatever you can say. That kind of game I was playing.
Mhm.
At the time, I saw one article in newspaper. Sir Pradeep Lokande, actually, still he is in Pune. He has arranged 450 computers to 450 schools by taking help from non-resident villages. If you search rural relations in Google, you can find his information. His name is Pradeep Lokande. I saw article on him, and that was, the moment I thought, my life should be there. And while I was studying in engineering, I was going through a lot of, I was reading like, articles about Sundarlal Bahuguna, Baba Amte, Meda Patekar, these personalities. Actually, I was not knowing big about what exactly they are doing, but I had dreamed that, I want to be like that actually.
Mhm.
That kind of information, it was going around actually, how they are managing, how they are doing, Chipko movement, this Narmada Bachao, these kind of movements, they were, more, I was going through, but I had no idea about what exactly they are doing. And at that time, I was telling.
Right, right.
So,
You have that seed
so that,
contributing for the social causes. You have that's been there in your mind, but you're reading all these relevant books. It's just that whatever you wish for, the universe helps you attract towards those. Let it be books, let it be people, let it be articles. So I think that is where the phase you are at that time.
same time, my mother, and my father, okay, they have a little bit resources. I can't say they are filthy rich. They are surviving themselves, giving education to me and getting married to arranging marriage to my sisters. So my mother was so helpful actually. Still, I remember actually, if somebody who or maybe comes to my village, at least unknown people, they are coming to my home to take the food. Actually, that was the assurance was there uh, from my family side, and we had only our village had only 2 to 3 telephones. We had one of that, and many people who are using incoming and outgoing. See, this is something the many people are approaching us, talking to us. And same time, my father he did not study much more, and I think hardly he studied after 50 class, but he was intelligent person to moving. He was doing business, on this orange fruits. I think you are from Khammam, you must be knowing orange, Nalgonda and Khammam. So he was doing business from Cochin. He was going Cochin to Nagpur, this area, and he was going around and a lot of stories he was telling to my villagers. And I think I still remember first time he brought tape recorder, and the people who are recording their voice and listening back, actually, the people who are feeling very, very wonder. And why I am mentioning my father here is, if somebody is sick, they want to go to Bangalore. So my father was assisting, and he was spending a couple of money from his couple of bucks because the poor people ask his help. So he was taking away all the way to Bangalore. Some government hospital are private. I don't know private. I think some government hospital somewhere. I don't know exactly. But knowingly or unknowingly, the seats were drawn from my parents actually. So till last, even I, see, recent days we have internet and everything. 2009, 10, those time internet was hardly evolving. So when the results were coming and my villagers were going to my mother and they were asking my mother to call me and know the results because we have net here in Hyderabad. So I was proud to listen my mother word, and she was telling so many things. You help these guys. You help. Even when she was dying, the last word was help one Sai guy. You show some job to him. Last word I heard from her actually when she was getting into the operation theater. Instantly, she was struck with a heart attack because of hospital environment, and I lost my mother. That was a different thing. So she's were there actually.
Mhm. So from both your parents, so you got that seeds where, hey, you need to help others and you have to contribute in any which way that you can towards the betterment of the social life for the people around us. So that's a great thing. And Madhav, when did you get into this zero budget politics? What made you to think the need for creation of zero budget politics, and what is the zero budget politics and how it got born? Can you take us through that?
Yeah, sure. Very, very good question, and I will go there again. Before getting into the zero budget politics, I need to mention actually our village was faction-driven village.
Uh-huh.
Instantly, my cousin was faction murdered actually.
Mhm.
So I was telling to him actually, why don't you be there in the faction and why don't you come out and like that I was telling, but I was very much younger, so they did not heed to me or they did not listen to me. But when he was killed actually by opponents, and there was something bloodshed was there, and we have no need to mention what was the reason and how it was mentioned, how it was carried out. But the great thing I have done is, I brought up his brother from out of faction. Actually, that I can say that was the first moment, how the politics are ruining the village's life. Actually,
Mm.
so I said to my brother who was living still, he's there, and his kids now did BTEC and both BTEC. So I said you have two options: whether you continue faction or leave. If you want continue faction, okay, we have other story to deal with that. If you want leave, I have no objection to talk other opponents. So all the way I met opponents, and I met opponents in the jail actually. I went to inside barrack and I talked to them, and I clearly said, from now onwards, my brother is going to not be part of any faction. If you have anything doubt, please let me know so that I will be held responsible for my brother. Again, he was elder, but he listened to me, and I convinced him actually. So I said very clearly, if you get involved, your children will become orphans. So it is up to you to take all. If you want come out, I am here to do whatever that needed to be done. So I strategically I played role, and literally he has come out. And so that was the time, how the politics are happening, how the politicians are indulging village activities and taking the village's life. Literally, our village three murders have happened. That was the lowest I can say. And the next to my village, a couple of villages are there, no need to mention, but 30, 40 murders were happening. So these who are contesting MLA, Mandal, these elections, so they divide the people and they play with the people's life. So all the way I was closely observing about politics and these things. So I thought, some politicians, if we have good politicians, we will not have this kind of things. So I thought I want to get into the politics, but I know with pretty very well it is not a cup of, it is not a easy things to do. So in 2009, the Chiranjeevi has started party, and so I thought to approach him, but somebody suggested you can't get something ticket. Okay, anyway, I dropped. 2014 actually, I approached a couple of parties because that time I got a lot of insights, and meanwhile I arranged a couple of computers, 3,500 computers to 650 schools, especially Telangana, Parakala area, and Kurnool area, and couple of as well Andhra Pradesh districts. So I was thinking, how one can become close to people. So even after Telangana division in Warangal, there was a very tough time for Telugu to win, but Parakala Dharma Reddy won the election from TDP. So the reason was, I arranged 500 computers, 500 schools for each school, and five computers. So that made me to think, and the person close to the people, okay, probably he might have done some other things. I can't go through it, but that helped him actually, despite Telangana formation and everything. So okay, I have what is that prepared one document called Politics Can Be Made Easy. So I approached a couple of parties. So this is my background, this is my school background, and I instantly, at least 4 to 5 people study from my in my school from each village. So I have good network across throughout the district, at least Anantapur district. So I have good reach to any village of Anantapur. So I approached a couple of parties. Hardly they did not see my profile. So actually, I dropped my profile in one party, and somebody guy like you has seen, and he said, out of 175, I did not see this kind of profile. Unfortunately, you did not get, but ticket. Anyhow, you have better future like that. He appreciated, and anyhow, I dropped it actually literally, and because I am working for BSN, I can't directly contest without resigning. So I should go to the at least recognized parties so that I can have it. That was the thinking in my mind. So okay, finally in 2014 I did not get the ticket, and then then I introspected a lot for next 2 years. I found a very funny thing. No two politicians in any party, including if they are from same family, also working together. Actually, so hardly any two politicians are working together. Even they are from the same family, working for same party also. So you might have observed even present ongoing elections also. So and politics are the team game again. So why these people are working in very like weird persons, weird animals? Then then I made that document like politics can be made easy. That document, and I changed title with the help of my friends Harmesh from Mahunagar and Vikram Reddy again. I think he's also from Mahunagar and he's a HR consulting. We changed the we put the title name called Zero Budget Politics. Yes, we have given slogan here. If you are interested in politics, who is stopping you? If it is a money, if it is a liquor, we are here to stop that idea or banish that idea from your mind. Like, in Telugu, I can say, మీకు రాజకీయాల్లో ఆసక్తి ఉంటే ఏ శక్తి ఆపుతుంది ధనబలం మదబలం అయితే మేము ఉండాం అని ఈ జీరో బడ్జెట్ పాలిటిక్స్ టైటిల్ తో స్టార్ట్ చేసాం దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ ఫస్ట్ సెషన్ we conducted 2016 July 31st, second session August 15th, anyhow relevant, it is a very much relevant to for us August 15th. Then you surprised. Actually, we have conducted more than 50 sessions, all are on invitation basis. I spoken in IIT Mumbai, I spoken in Wits Pilani, and MIT SOG, actually the political school where governors and CMs speaks. If you search MITSOG.org, this is a political school. TN station was the honorary director. It was started in Pune. So if you can search lot many governors, CMs, central ministers, bureaucrats spoken in that school. So in 2016, first time in 2016, we started this movement. Within 1 year, I took my first passport in 2016. Yeah, so it was expired in 2006. Again, I took after 4 years 2010 passport. So in 2017, the first time my passport was stamped because of zero budget politics. First time I traveled to UK. In one informal meeting, I spoken in UK Parliament also. I went along with the Vision India Foundation team. We were 17 members. We talked to various stakeholders of UK government, especially transport, bureaucracy, and intelligence, whatever it may be, education. And we visited Leicester, even municipality also, and Oxford University also. So we talked to uh, Health England, Care England actually. So Care England help people also. We had nearly 10 days interaction with almost all, many people. Chatham House we visited, and not many stakeholders. Then I found so very much interesting how the other countries' politics are going. So hardly they are spending any money there actually. So I found there was no road without footpath. So here we can't see any road with footpath actually. That was the difference, and there the leaders made the difference. Everywhere the people are saying. So now my determination has become doubled actually. So now I decided to give my life for this zero budget policy. It is a scientific approach. So if you ask me how much money spending these politicians, you wonder 30 crores, 40 crores. By elections, it is running into 500 to 1,000 crores. You check zero budget election or ongoing on-board election. Any notification is not given. It was very funny thing. Unfortunately, the guys who are in elsewhere outside India still they are encouraging this very. I can't use the word, but anyhow, we should not use wrong words. Sorry. So it was unfortunate. We have this kind of politicians. Why should they give money? Literally, they are bribing. For example, there are 4 collector posts is there. Somebody comes and I pay money. I can become collector. Do you allow? In the same way, these politicians are doing that. It's a very nonsense thing. They are deciding our life from panchayat to parliament. If the leader is like anywhere, if the family head like father or brother is good, the family will flourish. In the same way, the leader from panchayat to parliament, bureaucrat hardly will be there for 3 to 4 years, but leader will be there for lifetime. If he is good, that area will be good. If he is bad, that area is gone. You can see at panchayat level, you can see at country level. What happened to Iraq, what happened to Afghanistan, what happened to Syria, what happened to Sri Lanka. So what is happening in Pakistan? So leadership make the difference at any level, I can say. So we should have good leadership, the leadership which likes the society, which respect the society, and see that everybody in the society should get proper education, proper healthcare, proper education, proper employment also. So along with other infrastructure and every person. So we celebrated recently 75 Independence Day. Still we have 75% white card, which is true. Whether that is true or this is true, we don't know exactly. So we need to check. We need to introspect actually, for that matter. We need to say. I question these intellectuals what they are doing here in the society. Why they are not questioning these politicians when they are spending 30, 40 crores, when election commission is prescribing 30 lakhs. Even that is not also not required. For example, let us say I am from Anantapur. Somewhere the elections are held in Anantapur. Why somebody from Delhi? Why somebody from Amravati? Why somebody from Hyderabad? Why somebody real actors should come and campaign that area? Is it good for you if I come to your home and introduce you as a great personality in your home? In the same way these guys are doing. Then there was no media. Gandhi was known entire India. Then everything is there. These guys are failing to impress their own people. Food is same, thought is same, dress is same, education is same, everything is same. But hardly they could not able to influence their own people 30 kilometers or 50 kilometers, 100 villages. A guy who is into 30 years of politics and still they are campaigning, it is a very ridiculous. They should be ashamed of.
So that is true, Madhav. How do we bring this? Because when you mentioned about it, if I understand it right, the zero budget politics is all about sharing your vision and helping people and bringing that awareness so that you don't need to spend liquor, you don't need to spend money on becoming power, right? Coming into power. So that is the core content of it. So when the leaders are giving money, the general public is also taking that money. So what exactly is your plan? Because yes, talking about anything subjectively is one aspect of it, and implementing that in the real world politics, you need to come up with a strategy. So, what exactly is your strategy to bring awareness around the zero budget politics, and what are the measures that you're planning to put in place so that you'll be able to bring this to the common people at the grassroots level and bring that transformation and change? And more importantly, bring that awareness among the current leadership as well in the political arena. So what exactly is your plan to bring it to that point where we don't need to worry about cash and liquor to get into power?
Good question, Srini. Like how we program how we schedule our program. Just let us say, so we
Right,
schedule 8 o'clock and we are here. Technology is supporting.
right.
Let me ask you one question. You are in one room. You are talking to me. Can you say one article? You may be seeing 30 to 40 articles in front of you. So
Yes.
can you say one article which was not done without planning?
I don't think so. Majority of them were
You
done
don't do.
with the planning. And
Everything is a planning only. So we have parliamentary system. So we have parliamentary system. So anybody can work their own area. In the zero budget politics, there is no budget, there is no politics. It's all about human relations. How the leader is connected to society. Like in a business, if you serve more the customer will be continued. In the same way, the zero budget politics also. Existing MLAs they can become lifetime MLAs actually because there at least in the business you need to invest, you need to produce product, you need to deliver the product, you need to serve. Here in the politics, just you see the things it should not be go wrong actually. You have infrastructure, you have hospitals, you have schools. You should not indulge in the wrong way. You should not help wrong people if they are arrested. You should not help wrong people to get bail, or you should not make money in the road, or you should not make money at lavatories, you should not make money at some nonsense at the things which are society is going to face big problems actually. So if you want to become leader, so you first understand the people. For example, in the zero budget politics, like student, let us suppose, so if a student well prepared for the year curriculum and everything, is it need to do cheating in the examinations?
not at all.
I hope no, not at all. In the same way, if the athlete is practicing well, is it need to take drugs
No.
to win the competition? Okay. Again, when the student is going to cheat just because of if he is fear of failure.
Mm.
Here also these politicians fear of defeat making him to spend the money. When he lose the fear of defeat, then he works for the people. If he works for people, obviously he has no need to think about the win and defeat. Generally, that is a process. Like if you take healthy food, you will be more healthy. If you take junk food, you will be more unhealthy. It's like very natural phenomena, I can say.
Right.
So when the old man use the stick when he is fear of falling down, isn't it?
Yes.
You see here also. So like student, these politicians who are maybe contesting from village level to MLA, MPTC or ZPTC or Parliament, any level. So first they need to understand where they belong to. Let them born and brought up their area, but you should have fresh look.
Yeah.
So who are their villages and what is their jurisdiction, what kind of facilities they have, or what is their background, how many people are accessing good health, education, drinking water, current, electricity, roads, and what are other facilities. So you first give a light. For example, though Gandhi was born and brought up in India, so he spent a couple of years in Africa and he led the movement there. And once he came back, he did not get into the freedom movement initially. So
Mm.
he spent 2 years going around India. So why he has gone? Just to understand the exactly what is the Indian society, how it works. So you have no need to go entire India. At least you have only 30 kilometers, 40, 100 villages. Anyhow, you are literally born and brought up there. Everything you know, but still have a fresh look and associate with the people, understand the people, and you have health education employment segment. Like you are NRI, like that. There are many NRVs are there, non-resident villages. NRIs are there. Take the support. So give the take the support from NRIs. Get the support for the schools to them, and you have hospitals. Talk to doctors. You can implement medical camps and coming to education, you can get many people about higher education. I said, in 2016, I was playing card. Later, I did not play even today also cards. When I visit to my home, and I literally going to one or another school, speak to the younger generation.
Mm.
So literally, I've been speaking. I've been talking to many people. So in the same way, you go to school. Say the switch where the power is there. If you on the switch, you automatically light close when the power is there. So if you go to the school, automatically at the end of the day, a student convey to their parents about this guy Madhava Reddy, senior has visited my school and guided in this aspect. Every parent is happy because every parent feels that their kids should, whether you are in America or Australia or in India, you feel your family should flourish, especially kids. So they are also kaki pilla kaki muddu antaru kada. So in the same way, parents will be happy to associate with you and recognize you. And then there are good number of NSDC schemes are there, NEPA schemes are there, corporate social responsibility. Many organizations like Yashoda Foundation, ICSI, Nandi Reddy, Infosys. There are many organizations who are giving employment, giving training and giving employment and guiding the youth actually. So you know more details and list out them and help convey to the your own villages. And obviously you have no need to touch entire people like you want to whether the food is cooked or not. You are not going to test entire material. Hardly you put uh, a little
Great.
bit material and you taste it up. In the same way, like Anna Hazare and Mother Teresa, they did not come to your home, they did not come to your village, but you know very well because somewhere they work for the cause and they were recognized. Here also, if you work not somewhere, if you work in same area, obviously you will get more mileage. So obviously you will be rewarded, you will be what recognized like anything. Okay, then you contest. I have good example in Bihar. Som Prakash Singh. Actually, he was sub inspector in particular area, probably one of the fourth police station in that constituency. So he was literally a good officer and he was doing activities very fine and he was helping people a lot actually. He was not registering cases for that matter. He was compromising the people so that the people will live peacefully rather than registering the case, put them into hell for 30 years.
Instead of aggravating the problem, just solving it.
Yeah. So, and he was writing himself a complaint against anybody, irregularities against any teacher or doctor or any elected employee, and asking them, I got the complaint. What shall I do? Since that day onwards, the people were working fine. So in that way, he made the system to work. So finally, he was transferred. The people were, were not happy, and they did strike, and that that created problem in the police department as well in the political circle. So he was suspended. Doing the good things also, the things will be very hard in India. Anyhow, he was suspended. The people were asked to contest in election. He said, I do not have money. So I did not have money. So people have given only like 48,000. He spent 1,22,000. So he was elected as independent from Bihar, Obra constituency. I went there. I spoken to people. I have good number of friends from Bihar, Obra constituency and Aurangabad district. Even today I posted an article. The guy from same constituency, he has done, he has written one article on zero budget politics. I shared in his home only. Actually, he's the last. He was the last student. Now he's practicing Patna High Court actually. So everywhere the people will respect you, and everywhere people hate if somebody does wrong. Like why the people hate Dawood Ibrahim? Why the people hate somebody Laden or who are maybe doing anti-social activities? Okay, they may be loved by few people who are similar in thing. That is was different, but maximum people why they hate because if you do wrong thing elsewhere, people hate. If you do good things elsewhere, people love. So here you are going to do good things in your own area. So obviously good. Okay, maximum. Okay, during elections, for any reason you contest, you are defeated. You are not going to lose anything. Here, if you spend 100 crores, there is no guarantee that you are going to win. So you have no need to think about win and lose. Okay, that is a part of life. So don't think about it. You do good things, obviously it will be reward. So worst case, you will be known each and every place. That's enough, more than. So having title, there is no use. But you are in the hearts of the people. That is more valued. Gandhi had no title. Gandhi had no position, but he was discussed elsewhere in US in universities. I think none was discussed. No one life was discussed. Even kings and queens who are maybe. So you are associated with the society matters at the end of the day. So that is possible when you are doing good work to your own people.
Right, right. Absolutely. And another thing, so whenever you hear about some of this, you had a very valid point, right? It's one aspect is living in the living in the hearts of people. That's a great thing. But at the same time, especially country like India, if you're having more power, especially from the political standpoint, if you have power, you will be able to do more good things and you will be able to influence more effectively compared to working as a volunteer. That's one aspect of it. Second, what exactly are you planning to do this as a moment? Because obviously one person alone will not be able to bring the change, right? You have to take it as a moment. So what's your strategy around that, Madhav?
So here, the people like you are very much coming to this picture. Thanks you, pitching this point and saying See, again, we have easily many things to observe and follow. Like if you take Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, if you take Dr. Ambedkar, if you take, Mahatma Gandhi, three great personalities. So they did wonders elsewhere. They were recognized in India. Here also we need to do such kind of tactics because if I if I speak in United Nations, obviously India will look at me.
Yeah.
If I speak in US couple of universities, so you give me chance to speak in couple of university on this zero budget politics because anyhow it is connected to Gandhi life. So wherever the Gandhi life is taught, I can well present this one. So actually, I spoke in twice in Doordarshan. One was 2019 on Gandhi's 150th birthday. Great personality 150. The title was Gandhi Life and Zero Budget Politics. How he has led the movement with hardly any money in hand. So you're surprised. Since then, I left even Nandes also. I left. I was doing something boozing once in a while with friends like you, but that also literally, literally I left it because see when I take a great personality name, at least I should follow a couple of the things which can be followed actually immediately without any cost. So, we need greater support from the people like you to spread this across the countries where the democracy is there. This subject is very much needed, irrespective of India, irrespective of wherever the democracy is there. We need good leaders actually. So
Yeah.
leaders decide the fate of the society and nation also. So coming to India, so I said, once I get the recognition, obviously, or otherwise, if any party, come forward and give some kind of nominated post like Rajya Sabha or MLC, that is also good to, push forward this subject. But I don't hope political parties will come and support immediately because they are running with a cash and carry kind of business. I can't mention the name, but predominantly most of the parties.
Absolutely.
So I have strategy. Again, I have strategy. For example, you are from Andhra Pradesh, let us suppose, or you are from Telangana. So let us suppose in Andhra Pradesh 175 or 119. If you choose 175 MLAs, if you choose 119 MLAs candidates, let them dummy. If they work as per my guidance, 2 to 3 years, they will be elected. So I assure. If they, and see, it's like the guy who is climbing Everest. If you put efforts, you will be on the top of the Everest. For example, you are in the US, you are doing a lot of business, you are planning, you are succeeding. Here also. So doing the right things, obviously there is a scope for success. Doing the wrong things, there is no chance for success. Okay, you may succeed because somebody need to succeed, so you may succeed, but it is the accident.
Right.
But if you go with the planning, obviously you can succeed. So I need one person from each state who want to become CM with the honesty. So I can help. In that way, we can take it in a big way. For example, if you speak English, if you speak Telugu, or if you wear some kind of dress, it's all social influence, isn't it?
Right.
So more number of people speaks, it is more chances for propagation rather than one people, one guy implementing in one area. So we need more people. Like if you are teaching some mathematics to one student and 40 students, you can make the difference. You can easily teach mathematics for 40 students than one student. So we need more people to implement. We need more people to talk. So here the people like you, or who are maybe in this. So I request here celebrities, especially who have massive influence on the public, to tweet, talk, and encourage this kind of ideas. I hope they will do, but we can expecting is a little bit hard. But anyhow, if they do, that is good for India, and if they love, they can do also. If they
For
love
sure.
India, they can do. If they don't love India, anyhow they don't.
Right.
So let me. It's the time will decide.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a great point. Now, one another thing, Madhav, especially, are you still working at BSNL?
Obviously, that is a bread and butter for me, and I can't speak. So, see, I spend my office hours after office hours. Others, like Kutumba House, they hang on TV and they hang on films, or they hang on Jabardast serial, or they hang on cricket or something. But I hang on this one, like I spend a lot of quality time on talking to various backgrounds of the people. I try to meet after office hours or Sundays, all days. Okay, my family is very much supporting. Okay, whether with happy or unhappy, they are supporting. Anyhow, they are going to get fruits out of my journey. So I am convincing. Obviously, uh, I am spending comparatively much more time for society. Of
Right.
course, at the end of the day, I am coming to home and be with my family. But most of the time, I can't watch cricket. I can't watch TV. I can't watch film. So I'm finding a lot of time, especially to do these things because those take a precious time.
Yeah. So can you shed some light on what are the challenges that you probably, when you are carrying out this kind of, especially politics and political talks, these are a little bit, not many people are interested in involving because we, especially in India, common people see politics as a dirty and you don't want to get
Yeah,
into.
yeah,
And when you are getting into
100%.
it, when you are trying to clean up that with a zero budget politics and this kind of a movement, what are the challenges that you're facing in your work in today? And also, what are the sacrifices that you have to make? Obviously, you just briefly touched upon the sacrificing on no entertainment for yourself. You're not able to spend much time with your family. And of course, that might come with some financial stress on yourself. So what are the challenges that you're facing in your work in the sense in bringing this awareness of zero budget politics? What are the challenges that you're facing, and just show some light on the sacrifices that you and your family has to make to bring this to the world?
So sacrifice for part I told, but there is not big sacrifice for the bigger goal actually. So the next generation will have fruits. So like our freedom fighters did sacrifice. We are here, and like you are in America, Martin Luther King laid his life. So you are there. So again, I'm not doing that much of great. So I'm not doing any bigger sacrifice. So sacrifice is a very bigger word, but I am doing best way what I can do. Coming to constraints and problems, what I am facing is very difficult because I'm diplomatically going, actually, very tactically going. I'm not accusing any party. I'm not accusing any person. That is one of the standard protocol or principle I am following. And some, like, people are laughing at me. I said, okay, laugh at me, no problem. I'm determined. And people are now aligning to my idea, actually. So, and anyhow, if they laugh, don't laugh, I least bother because I'm sure about what I am doing. So, uh, so I need I'm hardly getting any support from regular media. At least social media is helping a lot. Without Zuckerberg or without Google, YouTube, hardly probably I could not meet you. So I am expecting a lot of support from regular media, national media, Telugu media, whatever maybe. I want to recognition, and I wish to meet a couple of politicians and industries and celebrities so that I can spread this much more faster. Okay, if I am lucky, I am going to the. If not, I am lucky. If country is lucky, I am going to get support. I don't know whether country is lucky or not. Okay, let us hope country is lucky. So at least intellectuals come forward and connect with the right people. And same time, couple of NRIs also come forward and encourage this idea and spread this idea across the globe. And this way, we can do reverse engineering. I said, if I speak in United Nations, obviously, I have better chances to influence more people, and the people start listening also. So in this way, I can expect. But anyhow, uh, I'm happy, and I I can say I can do this activity without any problem because I made such a way that it will not hamper my life. Actually,
Absolutely.
that's how I made it actually.
So, what are the ways, especially India is one of the youngest nations with a lot of young people that are coming up, and of course, our future lies in our kids' hand or young people's hand, or especially students' hand, right? So, how are you planning to bring these young people, especially the students, as part of this movement? And what are the steps? How can you make it simple and easy for the young guns to jump onto this movement and help you take this message forward?
So actually, now and then I have been visiting to schools and colleges. So in guise of social media awareness, social media crimes awareness. Anyhow, social media crimes are happening very bigger extent actually. There were reports even in America also 60% were cheated. In India also more than 60% were cheated financially, physically, mentally. At least in America there will not be any physically and mentally, but financially there were many crimes were happening. In India all are happening. So since 2014, I have given more than 150 sessions, including Telangana Police and heterodox IT, non-IT universities. Many places I've been even yesterday also I spoken to my NIT alumni association members. So day before yesterday on suicide prevention day, I spoke to one NGO. So to many organizations, to many people, I have been addressing, especially youth. So at the time, I am conveying how I am using social media for zero budget propagation, zero budget politics propagation.
Mm,
Say I am telling how I am using zero budget politics. Same time, what is zero budget politics? Also, I am telling there. So
awesome.
in that way, I am infusing zero budget politics ideas into the younger generation. Okay, very interesting, very interesting thing. If I say, you'll be wonder. So at the end of the session, if they ask 10 questions, 8 questions, they are asking about politics rather than about cyber crimes. So, so are they very curious to ask how it is happening? So most of the people think that zero budget politics, that means absolute zero. No, it's not absolute zero. It is a relative zero. Zero money distribution, zero liquor distribution. Okay, if at all, if anything expenses are incurred, like your local travel, like 50 kilometers, 100 villages, you can use cycle, you can use bus, you can use bike, you can use padayatra also. So obviously there will not be any bigger money. And same time, as you are in the same area, you can have your own house or any friends around the villages. You have no need to spend any amount on food also. So finally, you at the end of the day, you reach your hometown. So you have no need to spend an accommodation also, hardly any amount. So if at all anything is there, if you are becoming leader, like in Obra constituency, how this Som Prakash Singh got support, that way the people will support you obviously. So like how I am doing these programs, like I printed some 2000 zero budget politics brochures. So one guy from Pilero, Dr. Ravishankar Reddy, he has financially supported to print this one. I have given this document, this zero budget politics document to 650 brochures, 650 MPs. We put in the front seat of their car actually. So society is there to support actually. Even hardly I have met him, hardly I have seen Shankar Reddy. Only one time when I visited Tirupati, he was there accidentally and we met there. Hardly 5 minutes met, but he has supported with a huge amount to print this. And like I'm wearing zero budget politics t-shirt. You can see here zero budget politics logo. This designed by Srinivasa Reddy, and this printed by Mr. Prashant, and many people. If I say a name, it is something demeaning everybody. Many people in your area, Parmesh is there in Dallas. I think ask him. So he is going to speak. Actually, he is in charge. And Chandramohan and my Shiva Reddy Anandapur. There are many people. My schools, especially Suresh Pergu, Ekambar. Every day, almost I'm speaking to Ekambar. And many times, if I post something different, he talks to me and say that don't post like that kind of things. And I was monitored really by many people. So see, if actually I need to take the book and say the names. That many people are there. They are supporting actually. So Janardhan Reddy and many people. Vemula Srinivas is algebra. Actually, they are literally teaching kids some mathematics very easy way. They are supporting. And Rashek Reddy recently, who was from my school, he is designing all. Kash Reddy, who has designed this booklet, and many things. I see. If I say names, there is a end. There is no end. I'm thankful to everybody. Actually, if I miss names, there was no bad intention in that, and I'm thankful to everybody. And literally, I have lot much of gratitude for them who are supporting. Even nation owes to them. Actually, in fact.
Amazing, amazing, absolutely. So you talked about the cyber crimes where you are leveraging that platform to educate, especially the young generation, especially the students. You want to inculcate the zero budget idea, and you are taking the social media awareness platform to bring that also to the table. So when it comes to social media, I want to shift the gears a little bit and talk about your contributions around the cyber fraud, cyber crimes awareness to, more importantly, the common people. So you're contributing significantly in that area where you're bringing awareness about how to avoid the cyber crimes, how to avoid the cyber frauds. So can you take us through a little bit around what exactly the things that people can, what are the measures that people can take to avoid these things?
So actually, good question, Srini. And this cyber world is a very new world for the entire world. So and when the things are new, there are two parties can gain. One is intelligent, another one is criminal. So intelligence with a criminal is much more damaging thing. So here cyber crimes, I can say broadly two categories. One is technical, another is non-technical. Technical part, anyhow, we have least control. We have least control. Ransomware, phishing, wishing, Pegasus, these things. So technical, somebody hack your password, username, but their target is bigger people and bigger goals actually. So their target is not common people. So they hack your computer and they lock your computer. They ask the parents. So their target is not Madhava Reddy or Srini. Their target is somebody is bigger who are running business into crores. So I'm talking about non-technical cyber crimes, which was the help of the which was with the help of people. The people are being looted. Very interestingly, most of the victims were highly educated, and most of the criminals are lowly educated. From Jharkhand, Devgarh, Bharatpur, Siliguri, hardly they are intermediate 10th class guys. You know. So when I was giving this time to police, Telangana police, DGP, ex-DGP Anjana Reddy sir was a great personality. I met him, and regularly I walk with him in KBR Park. He gives a lot of ideas. He has bigger ideas about society, and he has connected me to Telangana police. And at that time, he suggested me. He listed the what kind of crimes are there, non-technical. So I listed out. 85 kinds of cyber crimes are there. 85. So again, I filtered. So finally, it can be put into 10. So these 10 kind of cyber crimes will carry 90% of cyber crimes, non-technical. So like, OLX cards. If you put something in OLX, somebody will come and purchase. So they ask you to scan the QR code. So generally QR code scanning is, you are sending money rather than receiving money. So they made you to think, Kejriwal data 34,000 last. One of my friend who is in, one company, top position, he lost 99,000. Karnool MP lost 1 lakh. Even many people are losing actually. So many people are losing. That is the OLX, OTP, KYC, nude call gangs, especially in Facebook. Somebody comes and they add all your friends earlier, and they do video calls. They ask WhatsApp number. They do video calls, and then just if you see even 10 seconds also, they append some nude photo, nude video, and they ask money. In Anantapur, one guy lost 23 lakhs, and couple of people even committed suicide also. Some couple of people before committing suicide, they called. We saved actually. We said, they don't publish it there. If at all they publish also, hardly 10 to even none of your friends will not see. Your posts are not exceptional with others. And if you commit suicide, entire Andhra Pradesh or entire Telangana will come to know about this. So don't commit suicide. The same way, loan apps. Especially they are hardly the people are taking loan 5,000, 10,000. They are giving contacts. They are giving photos and everything, and they are harassing like this. One lady took 18,000. She paid 2 lakh rupees. Recently, one couple committed suicide. They have two daughters actually, 3 years, 2 years. So many people taking loans knowingly or unknowingly, they are being harassed. One guy took only 1,000 loans. He paid to 8 lakh rupees. Their intention is to just blackmail and extract money. See, they are online chores. So they are online thieves. They are online thieves. So best way is not getting into their loans. So in this way, there are lottery. See, how you can get lottery without purchasing lottery? It's simple logic that people are.
Right.
And some purchase like from Meesho or Snapdeal. Customer data is going out, and these criminals are asking them, telling that you purchased the mobile today and you won the lottery. They know they purchased mobile, and they're paying. So yeah, and electricity and telephone, your phone will be disconnected, your car will be disconnected, and electricity will be disconnected. People are losing money within no time actually. So some NGOs like we are from this country, and we have huge amounts, and we are going to pay. And matrimony plots, matrimony plots are happening huge, very huge. One guy has married 30 girls, most of the software engineers, and the same girls who are married 7, 10, 15. They are looting money. So actually, with this one, when I was sharing this idea with my friend who is there in there, Asim, Parmesh, and with Jana Reddy, who is here, and some other people. So they built one application and started company, and literally screening every application coming inside, including their medical checkup, including their CIBIL score, like financial health score, including their criminal record also, and whether they are working in particular company or also everything background checkup they are going to do. And they started company. Actually, they are taking guidance from me and regularly. The company name called Trusted Matrimony. So probably October 5th it will be started, and have office in US also. So to minimize, so when there is a problem, there will be solution. Solution is business. These guys are when I shared ideas and they have come up with a solution. Now they are going to at least help some people. Rescue some people out of this from blues. So, Trusted Matrimony will be the published organization in coming days. Hope at least in Telugu areas, matrimony crimes will come down. So depends on scope, it will be expanded.
Absolutely.
So, but the thing is, how to minimize these crimes are very simple. So I put nine golden rules, golden rules, nine golden rules. One is don't tell OTP to anybody, don't interact anybody with unknown person on internet, don't send money to persons, the unknown person on. Don't trust anybody on especially KYC. No company will ask KYC, like telecom company or bank, whatever it is. And don't strip your dress when nude call gangs ask to strip your dress. So don't take loans from online apps. Don't play online cricket also. And color games. What are the online games? Online games are those are programmed actually, very simple. So anybody can do anything backside. See, if you are playing cards with the six members around you, you can very well know which card is there, which card is not there, who are the other side, who are dropped. You don't know other side. Everything may be virtual. Initially you may win a couple of bucks, later they will suck you. So like we laid down nine rules, what I said earlier.
Mm.
OTP, don't say, okay, no need to update KYC, don't tell any card details, and don't take loans, and don't play online betting, and don't trust simply blindly, and don't send money or receive money also. Why I am telling receive money also? Some accounts are used as a rental, and they're good. And check regularly how many SIM cards are there on your name, because these guys, retailers are selling SIM cards on your name with your cards and everything. So people are purchasing, and criminal is elsewhere. Hardly 5% recovery is there. So in this way, we are educating by telling all this at one go and how you can be protected. For that matter, in my building, on girls commit suicide, there are many instances I have been seeing. So only way is educate the people. So that is possible at organization level, at school level, at community level. So I have given these sessions to Vaishya community at Tadapati and Muslim community in Old City twice, and Reddy community somewhere in Amirpet. So many places have been giving, and we are going to address at gated committees also. Companies, see, for example, you are running company, you have 100 people in your organization. If they are fine, you can do business. They are trouble, you. So you need to educate your even organization people also about this thing. Not only you, their families also. If their family suffers, obviously you can't get productive output. This common sense is missing, especially engineering colleges. If the student dropped at first year, he lose 4 years fees.
Right.
Student committed suicide in second year, he lose 3 years fees. So the issue is, we need to educate as much as possible. So on this new cyber crimes, the prevention is the only solution. You don't know criminal. Actually, earlier criminals were in railway stations, bus stands. Now the criminals in our packet. So in the name of mobile. So I have one Telugu poem here. I want to mention. If Telugu guys who are watching this one, probably your friends, so it will be useful. So we left our mother tongue at the 10th class level. Hardly we are writing or reading, maybe reading, but writing. But I have written a couple of poems. So one poem I want to mention here. ఫేస్బుక్ కత్తి కన్నా పదునైనది, కడలి కన్నా లోతైనది, ఎవరెస్ట్ కన్నా ఎత్తైనది, అణుబాంబు కన్నా శక్తి గలది, అందరి అరిచేతిలో ఇమిడి ఉన్నది, సరిగ్గా వాడుకుంటే బ్రహ్మాస్త్రము, సరిగ్గా వాడుకోలేకపోతే భస్మాస్త్రం. మీరు బ్రహ్మాస్త్రంగా వాడుకుంటారా, భస్మాస్త్రాస్త్రంగా వాడుకుంటారా, మీ ఛాయిస్. అగైన్ ఫేస్బుక్ ఒకటి పిల్లల్ని పెడతావో పెట్టనాయా, ట్విట్టర్లో ఉన్న తిక్క వాళ్ళ నస ఎక్కువాయా, వాట్సాప్ మాయలో వయసులో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు పడిపోయా, మనసులు దగ్గరున్న మనసులు దూరమాయా. సో ఇట్లా కొన్ని కవితలు కూడా రాసినాము. మనలోని స్కూల్ టాలెంట్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే సమ్ టాలెంట్ కావచ్చు. సో వీ హ్యావ్ బీన్ టెలింగ్. సో ఓకే, ప్రాబ్లీ హూ మే బి సీయింగ్, దే మే గెట్ బెనిఫిట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్. Our role ends communicating. So it is up to them to watch or not watch, implement, connect, back us, whatever maybe.
Absolutely. Action is the most important thing. So those are great awareness points, and I'm glad you're doing this to the younger generations and the common people across the different communities. So that's a amazing thing. And thank you so much for doing that. Another thing is you're also actively involved in teaching the life lesson where people can, if they are in a critical situation, they can at least save themselves. And if they are good at swimming, they'll be able to save others too. So I think you have taught hundreds of students around how to swim in a record time. Can you share a little bit around that? So before we wrap up the session?
Yeah, sure. Good information is a very much information, but handle with your disclaimer. Actually, you should not try your own self with this information. I want to say, uh, actually, you or me, basically from villages, we learned the swimming. We learned the swimming at the age of, I think 6 to 7 years. In those areas, tender ages, we learned, and probably we wind up the swimming. Actually, normally that happens. Anyhow, the people who are from village background, 99% they know the swimming. At present, they don't know the swimming. Why I telling? So we have hardly any wells are there. All are bore wells. So now only the city guys are learning swimming in the swimming pools. Village guys are forgetting swimming actually. So the trend is reverse. Actually, when we were kids, we know more swimming, and urbanites were not knowing. Now the reverse is true now. Anyhow, so in 2016, I went to Gachibowli first time. Though I was in Gachibowli for many years, right from 2003. So there was a swimming pool, international swimming pool, where it is allowed for general. So I joined their swimming pool. So earlier, like village swimming pool, like we swim like that, doggy style or foggy style. So I learned swimming scientific way. So like how to put your hand, how to put your head, and how to flutter your legs, and how to take breath, exhale, inhale, and everything. So I think his name is Santosh actually, if I'm correct. Actually, he learned the swimming at the age of 42, but he learned such a way that you can say total immersion. You can search in total immersion. That website he has put the material, and he took the material, and he learned, and he has taught many techniques to me. So that was the initial. Very funny thing is, within months time, within 2 months time, I could be able to swim at least 1 kilometer without stop. Actually,
Ah,
earlier hardly I can swim 40, 30, 40 meters actually at distance. Now I can swim at least 1 kilometer without stop. That is the expertise I got. But finally, meanwhile, I was observing what is the happening in the newspaper. Newspaper, so many headings were there. Viharamlo Vishadam, Panchapranala Mingina, Panchaganga. These worst headings I was seeing. Literally, I was shocked actually. So, Godavariలో మునక, కృష్ణ మింగింది, పెన్న కక్కింది. This kind of excellent, very funny headings the people were, these reporters were putting, and I was shocked actually. So,
mm,
see, basic skills are there, they could survive. See, what are the skills you have? What are the money you have? What are the qualifications you have? If you don't know the swim, you die within 1 week. So in Western countries, I think they give very much importance for the basic life skills. In India, hardly any schools are there, or if at all, if anything is learned, they learn on their own. Actually. So in India, literally the government least bother about the human life. That is fact, but they are ready to do postmortem after if something happens.
right.
So we need to agree actually with the grand things. So what I said, uh, then I realized something I want to educate the people. So now I am educating such a way that I don't know whether you give education to your kids in Sri Paitanya or Narakayana school. I don't mention school names. So Sri Paitanya or Narakayana or Bibatri, Babatri, whatever the schools may be. So give education to them. Fine. Learn them to teach them swimming also. At least their lives will be saved, entire life. Or otherwise, your education, your IIT rank, your NIT rank, all will be bullshit.
Mm,
Will be cut off.
right.
So then instantly more than 1,000 people start swimming to their kids on my call over the time. Okay, anyhow. But the people like you who are past 15 years, now who are at 30s, 40s, they did not learn the swimming at the younger age. So what about them? Then I discovered some critical technique. 40 years back when you were born, there are 40 crore or 400 crores animals who are also born on this earth. Every animal knows swimming. Why the people like me and you don't know the swimming by birth? Actually actually everybody knows swimming, including animals, but we were forced to by parents and society that we were forced to agree that we don't know the swimming. So in half an hour, I am going to tell that you know swimming, how you can do swimming. So, but with a care, we tell with the water level like up to chest or up to stomach, we take into them to up to this level, and teach them. First, I float myself, without any support. I say that I am not doing anything. I am floating. That means that body generally floats.
Right.
Only you are making to yourself, get into the water and making trouble. So generally body floats. What you need to do? You need to move your hands and legs to go forward. how to do that we teach. And if you practice it, you will succeed. Like, how you learn cycle, how you learn car, how you learn bike. For example, if somebody said, if you, while you are learning cycle, you are going to die. Obviously, you are not going to learn the cycle. But in the swimming, it was felt like that, if you go into the water, you are going to die. That kind of information, like, in the dark, there is a devil. Like that kind of information was fed in the mind. So people left the swimming. So now we are teaching the swimming, who maybe especially in Hyderabad. So okay, whenever when we find time, I taught many also. I taught many, at least 100 people I taught, and now they are swimming very well.
I,
And in that way, we have also create new network and everything. That is also bonus actually.
awesome.
So that is one of the selfish things we are going to get out of.
Awesome, awesome, Madhav. So we are almost at the end of the session, Madhav. So if you have to summarize all the knowledge, all the life lessons that you learn from interacting or spreading the word around zero budget politics, bringing awareness around the cyber security frauds, cyber security crimes, and especially teaching people the life skills with all the life lessons that you learned, and you have to summarize everything in 1 minute. That's about 60 seconds. What would be your message to the world?
So it's like I can say, live life happily. So I can say, you do the things which you like. Society is there to support. I'm supporting just because of I'm doing something right thing. You are doing interview elsewhere in the world. I am happy. This information is going entire world. These are perfect examples. If you do other things, right things, environment and nature is going to support you. What else? So do right things, especially for your family, for your society. If you do for you and for your family recognizes. If you do for society, society will recognize. So you expand your scope, do the things. Society is going to they respect you even beyond your life also. So I can say, do the good things. Society is there to recognize.
Awesome. So, yeah, at the end of every session, we play a small game, Madhav. So it's like this: I say one word or phrase, and you're going to give your instant reaction about that word or phrase. And the only condition is you can't repeat yourself. Okay, are you ready?
I am ready.
Politics,
Politics, politics meant for the serving the people.
money,
Money helps us to survive.
your family,
Family is the biggest tool for us to be happy.
cyber crimes, cyber frauds,
Cyber crimes, cyber frauds, prevention is the only solution rather than after the incident.
God,
That is possible by awareness.
God,
God, it is up to you to take help or not.
Mahatma Gandhi,
He's a great personality ever lived on this earth.
swimming,
Swimming, if you know, you can save yourself and save others also.
political power,
Political power determines the fate of everybody's on this earth. On this earth, I am telling, forget about this one. Uh, uh, Ukraine war is going on. Two people are deciding entire world economy. So you understand, I hope.
yeah, fame,
Huh?
fame,
Fame is the byproduct of our work.
leadership.
Leadership has more responsibility.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Madhav. You certainly brought your leadership skills to this meeting. Thank you so much for spending your time with us and sitting with us for about over an hour or so and sharing your thoughts around the zero budget politics, your thoughts around bringing awareness on the cyber crime, cyber frauds, and more importantly, the importance of learning the life lesson as swimming. So thank you so much for spending your time
Thank
with
you,
us.
Srini. Thank you, Srini, for interviewing me and bringing out something different from me. And literally, this is the first kind of interview I given, and especially for English media, it is good that other side of the world also can watch my idea. Most of the time, I speak in local language, vernacular language. because of the interviewer was from a medical background. So it is a good time, and I am also thankful, and India is also thankful for you to bringing a couple of information from me, and which could be useful for not only India and the world also. Let us hope this information will reach as much as possible, and we can have better tomorrow, all nations.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhav. For those of you guys who are done with watching this video, I hope you found a lot of value out of this one. If you have any better views about taking this zero budget politics, taking this cybercrimes awareness to the people, please comment below, share your views around this one. We'd be more than happy to connect with you. And I'm sure Madhav also would love to connect with you to take this message to as many people as we can. With that, thank you so much.
Last
Yeah.
last minute. If you know more about me, visit my website madhavareddy.org, madhavareddy.org, or call me 9490 244 255, Indian number. So this information he may put in a, description or scrolling whatever maybe, so that I am ready to help the people who wants to be come in politics, cyber crimes, who want to prevent cyber crimes or whatever other parameters. So this is the information just I want to talk in the end.
Absolutely, Madhav. We'll be glad to put that information in the description so that way whoever wants to reach out to you or learn more about the social causes that you're contributing towards, definitely we'll leave all your information and your social handles in the description so that way people can reach out to you. Okay.